The climate crisis is happening right now, with countries in Southeast Asia being most vulnerable to rising sea levels and extreme weather conditions. Sea levels are rising faster in Southeast Asia than elsewhere, and shorelines are retreating in coastal areas where 450 million people live. 19 of the 25 cities most exposed to a 1 metre sea level rise are in Asia. Indonesia is one of the world's largest coal producers and exporters, with coal mines having a devastating effect on local communities and the environment. Coal mining causes destruction. Agriculture is failing due to contaminated irrigation water, and 147 endemic freshwater fish species are suffering from the consequences of mining pollution. Deforestation and excavation carried out by coal mining companies have substantially increased flooding and landslides in the region. Coal-fired power stations cause 6,500 premature deaths in Indonesia every year, and children are drowning in uncovered old mining excavations. Indonesia is the host of the G20 summit for 2022, with discussions taking place this November in Bali. Global health, digital transformation, and sustainable energy transition are the three main topics that will be discussed. Feng Ho is an Oxfordshire-based activist fighting for social and environmental justice who has roots in Indonesia and across Southeast Asia. She has linked up with Munir Al Sachroni in Indonesia and Malcolm Atkins from the Westbury People's Gallery in Oxford to encourage local arts organisations to share the valuable work of Indonesian artists protesting the destruction of the environment by corporate greed and fostered ignorance. The same factors apply in the UK, but the consequences have failed to reach here as yet, whereas in Indonesia they are already devastating the lives and the livelihoods of many. Munir Al Sachroni is an artist and activist based in Yogyakarta, Indonesia. His art highlights the humanitarian and environmental issues of his surroundings. He also campaigns around the issues he raises in his work. Munir is gallery manager at Soberman Art Space and runs an art collective, Kelas Bebas. The brilliant work used here is all his or from his circle. Feng says of this work, "I am inspired by the creativity that activists in Indonesia have harnessed to drive through the message of climate chaos. We often think protests as being noisy and disruptive, but sometimes the quieter protests can be just as powerful. I want to amplify the voices of those living on the front line of the climate crisis, especially those from the Southeast Asian communities who are among the most vulnerable to climate change."